Glad you're feeling a little better.
Maggie, you ready to go? You ready to go on a trip? Giving me that little side look there.
I know, she's giving the Becky side eye.
Yeah.
That we would tell you about the worries we had with Maggie. A couple days ago, she didn't even get out of bed, did she?
Well, we had to carry her from place to place, so she did not want to get up. She was really
extremely lethargic and just not eating, and we were really worried. I'm not sure what it was. Day before yesterday, she was a little better. Yesterday, she stuck around with us wherever we went, but she didn't feel good. And today, you can see
back to normal.
Almost completely
Makes
normal.
you realize how much they mean to you when they get sick like that.
Great to be out. It's also great to be vaccinated. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but we're fully vaccinated and we're not as worried about that stuff as we used to be. So let's go get to the next place. Hop, hop. For whether you're in a camper, a van, or a boat, this is an awesome little state park. It's not really little though, is it?
It's not. It's really nice. It's a little different. We actually had to check in at the marina store instead of like at a camp store. Yeah. So, but the marina is really nice, and
Maggie doesn't care.
No, we're going to go walk around the campground, let Maggie do her stuff, throw some trash away.
Do you know where the trash can is?
Right down here.
Hey, looky there. It's just right here.
Yeah.
Really close to our site. Our site tonight here at Carolina Beach State Park has electricity. But for this entire Outer Banks trip, that's the only time we're going to have electricity. Which, if you've been following us, you know that that means this will be the first time we've actually boondocked or dry camped in the van for this much time. We'll see how it goes. Thinking it's going to be just fine, but we'll let you know about that. So if you've been following us for any time at all, then you know that one of the things we do whenever we get set up, and we got here late today because of going by Cheraw and seeing my mom, but one of the things we do when we get set up is we'll walk around the campground, and we'll do that while we're taking Maggie for her little walk. And I got to tell you, this tent site area that we're coming to tomorrow for 2 more days, it's awesome. It's great for a van. It's really great for anything that is self-contained. There's no electricity, there's no water. You're just off in the middle of the woods over here. But for us, it's perfect. Yeah, it should be fun. But here, I'll show you. If you like pine trees and old trees, this is going to be a thing that you're going to love. We're going to do a video soon about how we travel. We've had several people ask us questions about that. One in particular said maybe we were too old to have a Revel. We weren't using it for what it was intended. And you know, because of COVID and other things, we may not be, but we're loving the way that we're using it. We get set up in about 3 or 4 minutes. We're comfortable. We don't mind driving it. And I don't know, for us, it's just perfect. Will we get something else eventually? Yeah, for sure. But for now, we think it fits our style. And we'll talk to you in a video that we do pretty soon about why we chose to do the Revel. And even though we can't go out west right now, and even though we can't go off-road as much, it still works out for state parks like this and national parks and other things that we do. So there you have it. Are we too old? We're too old for a lot of things, but we still do them. Like I said, there are lots of trails here, and this one is really close to the site that we're going to have for the next 2 nights. Pretty excited about that because look where it leads to. So are we too old to have a Revel? I don't think so, but we sure do love the places that the Revel takes us. And if you're the one that left us that comment, you know, there's one thing that's going to happen to you. You're going to get old too. And you can either decide to act old or you can decide to act young. But once you begin acting old, well, it's hard to go back from that.
You're not old.
I'm not old. Hey, sweetheart.
Hey. So tonight we're going to try our new solo stove for the first time. We're pretty excited.
So many of our friends have solo stoves and we've always wanted to buy one. So when they offered to send us one to let us do a review of it to see if you guys would like it and we would like it, we just had to do it.
Yeah, we had to do it. We were pretty excited about it.
So we're going to fire it up tonight for the very first time. It's a Virgin, which if you look that up in Webster's dictionary, it means tonight's the only time it can claim to be a
Virgin. Doing your happy dance.
That wasn't too difficult.
Of course, it always helps to have some fire starters with you.
Yeah, it does. And we had some left over from when we used the grill. And so far, this is pretty warm, and I don't see any smoke, do you?
No, it's not very big though, so I am a little concerned about the pieces of wood fitting in there, but we'll see. We might need to get a little chainsaw, or you might have
Get
to
a battery op. I can buy another tool.
You can buy another tool.
I will say that all the airflow makes it really, really easy to light. It makes it really, really fast to get to this point. I mean, we're less than a minute into this and we have a pretty good fire that we could sit by. We haven't even put any wood in it yet. We're just using sticks that Lynn went out and found in the woods. And you know what? She loves doing that.
I do. It's one of my favorite things.
One of her favorite things.
See this one. This is pretty.
Yeah, that'll burn.
Pretty big.
Yeah. Every time you say something like that, I think of The Office.
Oh, that's what she said.
Michael. I don't know if you have to go buy firewood when you have this.
You just burn brush.
We haven't even burned an entire pack of wood and it's still going, and we're going to be here for a while. It's good and warm and it's beautiful. So we're not coming in. Do you want to come out? Come on. Come on. Your spot over there. How's the fire going for the first night on the solo stove? Well, it's been about an hour. Good morning. We slept like, I don't know why people say slept like babies. We've had babies before. They don't sleep worth a crap. So we slept like two old people in a van is the way we slept. Didn't get up, didn't move. All was good. Woke up this morning early to the sounds of the birds, drinking our coffee, and doing what we do a lot of times when we get to a place, and that is planning what to do here. And there's a lot to do around this area, so we're going to have to prioritize because we only have 3 days here at Carolina Beach State Park. But for now, let's get back to the coffee. I know I'm not very health conscious in my coffee. My staple for the van, a honey bun. I do want to show you what happened to all the wood last night from the solo stove. You can see there, almost all of it is burned away to ash. That's one of the great things about such airflow. What a place to take your morning walk with your pup dog. We're out here by the river trail, and it is beautiful, having a good time walking. Trying to figure out if I can make it with my Keens on, or if I need to head back to the van and get something that I'm used to wearing. Isn't that crazy? You get used to wearing shoes. Things don't touch you in the same place on your feet. All of a sudden you feel like you're getting a blister. So, I think I'll suffer through it.
Here's our site for tonight. Gotta back up between the trees. I'm gonna watch Owen back up. There we go. What you doing?
Cutting up wood.
Little pieces of wood. We're gonna build another fire, I guess.
Yeah. You have to cut the wood up pretty small with the solo stove. That's something I'm learning, but whew.
Where you at?
Yeah, time for a break. So we could buy firewood. We usually do, and we have some down here. And we could buy kindling and bring it, but Lynn loves going out in the woods and finding kindling. Look at this. She's out there again, just trying to find kindling. What are you doing? Oh, honey. Make sure it's not a snake stick. How'd you do?
Good. There's a bunch of kindling.
Wow, look at that. That's enough to burn in
fire.
there. Yeah, way to go.
For tonight's Griddle Me This, I've talked Owen into doing crunch wrap cheeseburgers.
So what are Griddle Me This? What's Griddle Me This? Before I cook on the griddle, huh?
That's right.
All right, let's get started. First thing, get the griddle up pretty hot. It's there. We're also doing a happy dance because we didn't think we'd be able to do this segment tonight because we had really loud neighbors. But they were loud because they were pumping in some music so they could pack up and leave. Happy dance, got the place to ourselves. All right, I see a little one in there. Is that Maggie's? This thing's really, really hot. Throw some hamburgers down. That's what you want to hear. So I'm going to spray the back of my spatula, and I'm going to smash them down by doing that. This is Maggie's. We were talking to subscribers, and I took the hamburgers off and came over here. And little Maggie had found the plate of hamburgers and said, "They smell good, Dad." One of those was yours, but only one of them. What did you do?
That's funny.
You wacky pup dog. Holy crap, now what we're going to do?
I will
All
do
right.
something.
Not always perfect, see? Told you you'd be in a Griddle Me This, but it won't be a good one. See you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I guess plan B is going to be make hot dogs on the griddle instead of the hamburgers. We had really high hopes for these quesadilla hamburgers, But Maggie had other ideas. Oh well, that's the way things go. It was my fault. I put them low enough that she could just stick her nose on it. And we did tell her that one of them belonged to her. I guess she just didn't know which one it was and didn't know how to stop. So we'll get the grill going again, do the hot dogs instead, but we won't show you that. It'll all be all right anyway. We do appreciate people that come out and go look for us to come and say hello. Really nice folks that we met tonight. And you know what, it's always one of the things that means the most to us is when we get to sit down and talk to you guys and get recommendations about where to go in the area and what to do. Can't wait to do that tomorrow, and I guess I'll get to grilling hot dogs. We'll show you another one next week. So we showed collecting firewood today. We have the solo stove out for the second night. Fire started, but it's rumbling thunder behind us, and there are major thunderstorms with tornado warnings and other things coming through. So I'm not sure how lucky we're going to be about sitting out here tonight, but the fire sure does look awesome. So everything you do, you have to learn how you need to do it to make it work. And with this solo stove, one of the things I did last night was like I normally build a fire, starting out with the little bitty things and then add a few more little things and a few more and some medium size. But this burns the wood so fast that what I found out so far, and I'm not an expert, remember it's only my second time using it, but it burns it so fast that what I have learned, put the little stuff on, get it going, but almost immediately once that catches, add some bigger things, medium-sized things to it, and then the bigger wood, and it'll keep burning it. And look at what it's doing now, and it's just been 2 minutes. Well, that's a fire.
Footsie with me.
I'll play footsie with you, baby. That was a long thunder, wasn't it? Here comes Magpie. You hear the thunder, Maggie?
You get scared.
Come over here. Okay.
You ready to go in?
Well, the rain has begun. We're gonna hunker down inside now. We're dry camping tonight, so there's no electricity and no water, no hookups, but we're pretty comfortable in there. Other than worrying about tornadoes tonight, we'll probably sleep just fine. And we're gonna miss out on the last little bits of the fire, but we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for being part of our journey here at Carolina Beach State Park. We'll continue tomorrow where we plan to head to Fort Fisher if nothing major happens overnight. Sweet dreams. Not a good way to get down to the beach here. You have to kind of climb over the rocks and shimmy to get to places. So you have to make choices as to what you're going to bring with you every time you travel. And the bikes are coming because we know we're going to be able to make use of them in Ocracoke. The paddle boards are coming because we know there are going to be plenty of places that we want to have them. We also made room for the hammock because, well, nothing beats an afternoon siesta in a hammock. Listening to the birds and hearing the wind blowing in the forest around you, tied to two trees. Not much beats that, except maybe having two hammocks.
So there's a trail on the campsite right beside of us that we walk down. It's really close to the water. So instead of going to the kayak launch, we're going to try this, but we gotta go down a steep bank.
Steep little embankment to go down, and we both can lug them from the camper all the way to the water's edge. It's not that heavy, is it?
Yeah, I hope they work good on the water.
Me too. Let's go get wet.
Right. Get down at the bottom and you could like hand them to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or you think we can just walk down with them?
I think we can just walk down with them. I think I'll try to do that with mine. If you want to put yours down, leaning against a tree, and then...
It's not too bad, I don't think. But when you're carrying something and you're an old man.
One giant leap from mankind, for sure. All right.
That first step was a little hairy.
Famous last words. Not bad at all, sweetheart.
All right. So I guess it's my turn next. So here we go.
Hold up just a minute. Been looking for some help just to find myself.
Careful, Grace.
Been losing my focus.
You made it. Awesome.
I'm not sure how going up's gonna be.
Anymore. Cause I've been looking for something to
What do you think?
So far, so good.
Where's your paddle? Oh, I got you.
Yeah, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time.
So to be our age, no one's ever accused us of being wimps. It's really, really windy. And you know what? As soon as this big boat goes by, we're going to try to make it over across the cut here. See if we can make it to the other side and find a little private beach area. Hopefully.
It's been a waste of time. How could somebody be with someone else if you can't be by yourself? Yeah. I got my problems. Lately I've been fading out, holding out.
Something you see every day.
Not something you see every day for sure.
I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out driving.
Across this cut, we're going to sit down and go as fast as we can. Here we go.
Been a waste of time. It's all been a waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time.
Well, the time comes to pack up all the memories that you've made, all the things that you caught, head to the next destination. And that's what Lynn and I are going to do now. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if so, give us a thumbs up. And we hope we see you down the road. Until next week, happy tales.